All right, how's we doing today, everybody? Coach Ryan here, and we're gonna go through Monday's warm-up, from May 18th as well as the 25th. What we're gonna do for today's warm-up is we are gonna be in a stationary position. So all you're going to need to do is find some space on the ground where you can kind of maneuver and stretch yourselves out. Later on, we're gonna be doing some mobility as well as core exercises to get that full body warm-up preparation for the lift itself. We got squats, side lunges, and some shoulder pressing. So we will need a little bit of weight later on, and I will explain that in the later videos. So for right now, let's get into the warm-up. We're gonna go stationary. First thing we are gonna start with is planking ankle rocks plus circles. So we wanna get into a planking position. Now from here, push all the way to the toes and then drive those heels down. We want to go back and forth, keep that core nice and tight. Then we want to get some circles one direction, then the other direction. Really trying to warm those ankles up. Properly warmed up ankles will help get you in deeper squats. It will help you feel more comfortable in some of your lifts. It's really, really vital that we mobilize and warm those ankles up before we do anything else. All right, next, what we have is a quadruped rocking pigeon. A little bit of the similar principles like the rocking, pushing to the toes, driving to the heels that we just did, but we're gonna be in a pigeon stretch. So remember, pigeon stretch, you wanna take one leg, drop it underneath, sit down. We don't want to sit to the side because we're not focusing on that muscle entirely. If we sit on top and we try to sit through the hips, it helps stretch this muscle out completely. Now, the rocking component. Push, sit back. Every time you sit back, you want to try to drive back deeper so you get a deeper stretch on this side. You want to get a couple reps. Again, every time you rock back, try to get deeper. And then we're going to switch. Again, rock back and forth. Excellent job, you guys. All right. Next, we're gonna go bear position start to a downward dog. Bear position, all that means is your knees are gonna be off the ground in a quadruped position. We wanna make sure our knees are underneath our hips so it's good and stable. And then we wanna make sure our shoulders are above our hands. Again, good and stable. So push those knees up. From here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive those hips up and back, tuck the head, do a downward dog position. Feel the stretch all the way down the backside. Now from here, right back down, reset, push back up, drive those hips back. The main objective is you're trying to get your heels into the ground. Right back down, back up. All right. So now, what we are going to do is a Spiderman position with an opposite reach, okay? So, from the Spiderman position, we're gonna step. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna turn away twice. Back down, kick back, step up, turn away. Twice. That is one. You're gonna do that 3 times per side. And I want you to alternate each rep, maintaining good core balance, make sure your foot is planted, make sure you are going slow. Don't rush through this, okay? Next, what we are going to do is a quadruped, 45 degrees, so my leg is back at an angle. So my leg is not straight back, it's out to the side. And then you want to do hip extension. So how we do this is we drive our heel in the ground, squeezing that butt, activating the hip muscles, slowly come back down. Drive up through the heel, activate the hip muscles, slowly come back down. Try not to get any back arch, so squeeze that belly, nice and tight, drive up, slow down. All right, let's get the other side. Again, leg out to the side, 45-degree angle, drive up, hold, slow down. Excellent job. All right. So the next thing that we got is a bent leg hip thrust. We're gonna go one leg at a time, and then we're gonna go both legs together. So how we do this, lay down flat, arms can be out to the side or by your side. One leg is off the ground, you can extend the leg, keep the leg bent, whichever's comfortable. Now from here, your foot that's in the ground, you wanna drive that heel in and explode up. And then slowly lower down. Back up, slowly lower down. You wanna do 8 times on one side. That's not 8, I'm just telling you the rep count and demonstrating. Drive up, slowly lower down. 8 on the other side, and then both legs together, squeeze that belly, explode up, slowly lower down, 8 together. Good. So remember, the major thing with that exercise is you want to drive your heel in so that way it activates your hamstring and your butt muscle to protect your hips and low back. Because remember, part of what can happen is you can lift your hips, but your low back is still here, and it creates an awkward, weird angle. You want to make sure that everything is moving as one. So you want to bridge up and explode up till you feel that butt muscle really, really get tight and you really feel it activate, and then slowly lower down for the single leg as well as both legs together. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go into a knee hug to RDL, all right? So what that means, you're gonna grab your knee, pull straight up, kick straight back, and reach your hands up. Again, same side, grab your knee, straight up, hinge at the waist, kick straight back, reach straight out. We'll give you the front view. Pull straight up, kick straight back, reach straight out. Good job. All right, so now what we are going to get into is what's called a prison position reverse lunge. Hands behind your head. You're going to step back to a reverse lunge, chest nice and tall, knee touch the ground, stand straight up. You want to control going down on your back leg, and you want to power up with the front. Let's give it a front view. Again, step back, control down with the back leg, power up with the front. All right, and last, for our warm-up, we are going to do a forward reaching squat. So for this one, hands out in front, push the knees out, sit in between the heels, drive up. Feet should be comfortable distance apart, core is nice and tight, hands are out in front, push the knees out, sit down in between the heels, power up. That's the warm-up for today. Let's get after it.